Hi, this is Chinmayi and this is wishing you a very, very, very happy new year. It's a new year and this is the year that I'm going to be announcing something new that I've been working on for the past whole of last year. So all of you guys know that I've been talking to you about skincare and K-beauty, and so many of you suggested that why don't I work on bringing these brands officially into India. So I started working on it in 2018 slowly. Speaking to government officials, I made a trip to Korea, and though that was more of I think that was more of a happy trip than a business trip. I finally ended up making some inroads in speaking to brands in Korea to bring them down in India for the benefit of all of us. And what I thought I would do is, since I have been using a lot of these K-beauty brands myself as a consumer for the past 3.5 to 4 years, I felt that I could actually curate. I have already, I think from personal use, curated a lot of these brands on my own to see what works for us, for my skin tone, for our weather and everything else, right? And what works for us in general may not work for a lot of people, and that is true, I think, even of skincare. What works for me actually need not work for you at all. So from generally giving a lot of the skincare to my friends and using it myself, and a lot of people giving me feedback over the past year and a half, I have worked on a small list of brands that I want to bring to India, and I've been working on it, and we have a breakthrough. We have gotten a brand registered in India with the government, and that is actually the procedure to go about it, to register the brands with the Indian government, and it's a very, very long drawn out process. It's also an expensive process, but I've gone about doing it, and the first brand that we are bringing into India is Lychee Hum. And the thing is, Lychee Hum is going to go into some sort of changes in the middle of next year. So we are going to be bringing their brand now, and a lot of you already know about this Holy Grail K-beauty brand. And especially with their propolis products, their tea tree essence, so many of their products are holy grails in the K-beauty community. On that note, I worked with this agency, Chirpy Elephant, and yes, I run a language services company called Blue Elephant, and I ended up meeting a Chirpy Elephant, and they helped me come up with the name for this new company, this new venture that will be focused on skincare, self-care, wellness, everything to do with skincare and hair care, right? So this company is now called Isle of Skin. So when you actually say Isle of Skin, quickly, it sounds like you love skin. So I love skin, so Isle of Skin. So I kind of love that name after going through several hundreds of names, and they came up with a logo that I really loved. And the first product that is made in India, and something that we are going to be putting forward to all of you, is a Gemstone facial roller. Some of you already know that I'm working on this. There are a couple of accounts that I have been talking to on Instagram, to whom I've been saying that I've been working on the design. I will send them a prototype, and then I'll send them a sample. So I've been working on it. With anything, right, when you go about creating something, I realized that I'm a lot more picky. I wanted only the best. I wanted honesty, and that's something that I have always stood for. Whatever I did, I wanted to be sincere. So we went about sourcing some of the finest gemstones in India. They're handmade and hand assembled, and I also wanted the packaging to be completely eco-friendly. I didn't want foam, I didn't want rubber, I didn't want anything that cannot be taken up safely by Mother Earth. So that was also something that I was thinking of as long as packaging is concerned. So, and I got the jade rollers. The first gemstone rollers are going to be in jade, and in the process I bought a lot of existing gemstone rollers or jade rollers in India, to realize that a lot of them are actually not gemstones at all. And it makes sense, because a lot of people can't be selling them at the prices that are available in India already. And true jade, true Imperial Jade is extremely expensive. It runs into lakhs, and that you need to, even if you had to buy like a small dot of Imperial Jade, you would be spending out a lot of money. So it's not possible that original Imperial Jade is made into rollers that we all can use. And that is something that I learned on the way when I was reading up about gemstone rollers, talking to a lot of specialists who work with gemstones, and also therapists who believe that gemstones and crystals have a healing power. People who are into this alternate healing, and people who are into skincare and use gemstones with skincare, which is why I think jade rollers were something that have always been used in Southeast Asian civilization, especially China and Japan and Korea. So the jade rollers was something that were made, the first samples came very early last year. I've been making changes and more changes, and then finally I have something that I really like, something that works, and the same thing with packaging. So the jade rollers will go live, the website will be launched, and the jade rollers will be the first to go live a little later this month in January. I'm looking for a good date and all that, right, with all this. That's the only thing that I'm looking at. And once that is done, I'm very, very happy to announce Isle of Skin and our jade rollers. Basically, our jade rollers are made of green aventurine quartz and is certified. The batches are certified by the Madras Gemological Institute. I have the certificates for that. So you could also get it checked with any Gemological Institute or anybody who's into gems to see that this is green aventurine quartz is what is called as Indian jade, and is can be safely sourced, ethically and legally sourced as well, and made into rollers and sold at a price which works. Now as soon as the jade roller and the packaging is in my hand, I'm going to be making another video introducing that to you, and this will go on sale later this month in January 2019. I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot more that I'm looking forward to in 2019 as well, to effectively use my voice, not just my singing voice, to use my voice that has been given to me, and to be a better human being, to constantly improve myself, and that has always been my higher path and my higher ideal, and to continue on this path of self-improvement. And during this way, especially with regard to Isle of Skin, I hope that I can put forward this thought to both women and men, that self-care and personal care is not something that should be associated with guilt, and that is something that I have said in a lot of my videos as well. And I am looking forward to Isle of Skin. I'm looking forward to a lot of great feedback from all of you in which way, so that Isle of Skin can grow as a lovely, ethical, beautiful brand in the future. And going forward, I believe that I want to be, I don't know how soon, how fast and all that, and how all these investments and all this work in a business like this. I'm looking forward to launching our own ethical, clean, safe on the skin skincare brand as well in the future. But I don't know how soon that will be, but you will see that with Isle of Skin as and when the time comes. Presenting Isle of Skin. Until then, I hope your continued support would be there with me, and you will continue to support Isle of Skin as much as you have supported me as well. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you, and please do understand that no matter what, I think any of these brands that I might be bringing in, or the company will be bringing into India, will be stuff that I would have already used, few of my friends would have already used, and going forward I would be requesting several of you to be a part of our test groups. And they would be initially curated for the safety of the ingredients and all that first. And I would love to have your feedback and to see which brands work for our skin types in India. I'm looking forward to that. And let's start this very, very beautiful journey. And until I see you in my next video, this is Chinmayi Sripada. Bye.